Greetings and thank you for tuning in to My Journey with Paula G. We'd like to thank our underwriters, the Good Actor Studio of Marietta, Georgia, my coffee shop at East Lake, Pastor's Time International Bible College, Augusta, Georgia, with Dr. Paul and Marcia Kelly, Creekside Dental Incorporated of Douglasville, Georgia, Lusu Designs with Brandon Sampson of Maryland, Survival Radio Network and Clicks Photography by Clark Garrison, and Positive Power XXI Christian Media and Radio Network with Journey Was Live worldwide. We hope you enjoyed this presentation and tune in again. Embrace the journey with Paula G.
Thank you to LMB Tax Service, underwriters for My Journey with Paula G. LMB Tax Service is the premier company. LMB Tax Service offers information on the tax law changes, the most overlooked deductions, and what to bring to tax preparation. Thinking about setting up a business? LMB Tax Service provides information on the process. Visit LMB Tax Service at lbtaxservice.com for more information and for your tax service needs.
Yeah. Chè Sarai. Let's do it. CHH taking over for the 21-9 and the rest of the 2000s. Ha. Let's go. You can do it, you can do it. You can do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If he brought you to it, then he's gonna bring you through it. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You say, I can do it, I can do it. I can do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If he brought me to it, then he's gonna bring me through it. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Gotta get it like it's go time. And there ain't no time like showtime. Pay the haters no mind, go blind. And in no time you'll be so fine. Stay up on your J.O., separate and lay low. Protect what you've been blessed with and stay bold. Invest in being the best, stay whole. So you got a caseload on your payroll. Remember nice crime, I consider not trying to deliver hot rhymes. I figured that my time had ended and my mind was limited. No grind could mimic the whole time I was on that slow climb to finishing. So I'm presenting God's redemption as the engine of ascension. Man's opinions not contending with purpose. Get in there and work it. You can do it, you can do it. You can do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If he brought you to it, then he's gonna bring you through it. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You say, I can do it, I can do it. I can do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If he brought me to it, then he's gonna bring me through it. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. This song is so prophetic and oh so energetic. No time to frown, the time is now. You hear that sound, so hit the ground and go get it. Some say it's too expensive, it'll cost you everything, but you'll lose more not moving forward on your dreams. Get up and pray, stack your bread up and save. Read a new book every 30 days. Keep a checklist of steps with directions. And get a team that's on the same page. Won't grow if you want to be a stunner. They're literally the opposite of each other. Gotta learn how to roll with the punches and keep coming. Pick that thing up if you tired of running. If there's an obstacle stopping you from reaching the level of optimum, that's your pedal blocking you. Tell the devil that God can do exceedingly and abundantly. So you either move or get under me. You want to leave the thing outside of you and your company, and how to add value to this country. And if at all you should fall off track, I wrote this song to remind y'all that you can do it. You can do it. You can do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If he brought you to it, then he's gonna bring you through it. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You say, I can do it, I can do it. I can do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If he brought me to it, then he's gonna bring me through it. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Stick with it. You can do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Just believe. Take action. You can do it. Succeed. Hey, I can do it. I can do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If he brought me to it, then he's gonna bring me through it. I can do it.
Welcome to My Journey with Paula G, where we juggle this journey called life while walking in the gifts and talents that God has given us. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we'd also like to thank our underwriters of My Journey with Paula G, for making not only this episode, but all of the episodes possible. We thank you so much, and we thank each and every one of you for tuning in each week to My Journey with Paula G. Well, today, as every episode, we start with a jewel from one of the gems along the way, those who have been with us on the journey. And today's jewel is Psalm 37:25. And it states, I have never seen the righteous forsaken or seed baking bread. Never seen the righteous forsaken or seed baking bread. I hope that has encouraged someone today. Well, today I'm excited to have this young lady with me today. She's a Christian hip hop artist, and she's also the Female Artist of the Year and the mixtape of the year 2 times, not one, but 2 times. Please welcome to My Journey with Paula G, Chè Sarai.
Yay. Thank you. So honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome, and I'm so happy to have you here. Earlier today, you gave us a wonderful live performance, a lot of energy, and just the lyrics and the music. So tell us a little bit about your journey in regard to your music.
So I've been rapping. I feel like I've been writing music for as long as I could remember. I actually started out as a songwriter. I wrote songs, music, melodies first, on the piano first before I started to rap.
So you played?
Well, by ear. By ear.
That's a gift.
But not, yeah. But I can't sing. So, and I love listening to rap. And one day I just wrote a rap. And everybody like, yo, no, you nice. You know, I'm like, really? I can rap? Okay. And I love I'm very nerdy. And I love the intricacy of lining up the words, not only the meaning and the syllables with the rhyme scheme. I love that challenge. Yeah. And so I just had a natural knack for it. Just been doing it for forever.
You know, speaking of words, your song, What If He's Real?
Yeah.
And, you know, in it you say that we only get one life to get it right. And when you talk about words, we were talking earlier today about the play on words.
Yeah.
And your lyrics and your music is described, and I'm kind of taking excerpts of it, where it states that she does not shy away from her cleverly constructed, intricate wordplay, while laying out the raw facts that trace back to the existence of a higher power. I got to read that again. She does not shy away from her cleverly constructed, intricate wordplay, while laying out the raw facts that trace back to the existence of a higher power. That is deep. That is really deep. Can you expand on that a little bit? Can you share with us just when it comes to the words?
Yeah, so that actually was written about the single "What If He's Real."
Yes.
And I pose a question that's more of an evangelism piece to put the question in someone else's head, to plant the seed. You know, what if God is real? You know, but in the song, if you listen to the verses, I'm giving you all the proof of why there is a God. So that's laying out the proof of hard facts of an existence of a higher power. But doing it in a way that still catches your ear. So you may not even really know what the song's about first. You just hear the rhymes, you hear the lyrics going together intricately. It catches the ear.
Yes.
Something to make you listen, want to listen. Right. And then you get the message because you're so tuned in. Yeah. And it's like, oh man, she got me. Now I'm asking myself if God is real. Right, asking those questions.
So you're really thought-provoking, like an intense thinker.
Yes.
Like intentional.
I am.
With your words.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, when you're talking, when you're rapping, just very intentional. Because you know we've all heard it. Words have power.
Yes. And
they can impact depending on how they're strung.
Absolutely.
You know how they're strung together.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in the power of words. Very firm. Yes.
So tell us a bit about. Well, first of all, I always find it interesting when, I'm sitting down with a guest and they're sharing their journey. But
they come from maybe a different background. So you have a master's in
Public administration.
So we have a master's in public administration, and we're a hip hop Christian rap artist. So help me tie that together.
So I gave you a hint earlier. I'm a nerd. No, so honestly, I went the predictable route because I have my son. He is 12 years old,
right?
And so I have to provide a roof for him. He has to be in his sports, keep him busy, keep him off the streets. And so my background is in social work, but I realized that was not my lane.
Right.
So I did public administration. It's policy level, working with data, oversight, all that stuff. But I did that to make sure I could keep my bills paid, keep real table. And that was like as soon as I graduated, oh my gosh, Paula, it was like, now I can do what I want to do. Like now that I know the bills are going to be paid, we're going to be good. Right. Now I can do what's been in my heart. Right. And that is music.
And you really speak to something because, sometimes on the journey of doing what it is that we're called to do, there's some other things that we need to accomplish and do.
Absolutely.
That if we allow them can be a detour if we allow it to be a detour, but it's all part of the process as long as we stay focused. Right. On what that goal is.
Right. And the perseverance that it took to get my master's degree, the work ethic, I'm now able to apply that to the music business side of, so.
Because the masters is no joke.
No, they don't hand those out.
No.
Not at all.
They don't hand those out at all.
Absolutely.
You can't get it out of a Cracker Jack box.
No, not at all. I tried.
You tried.
So I had to do what it took, and the whole time I'm like, that's okay. I'm going to get to do music. As soon as this is done, I'll get to do music. Yeah. Just keep going. Yep.
So share with us you've said that your style of music, or it's been said that your style of music may be hard to describe, or hard to define. How would you define it? How would you describe it?
Definitely thought-provoking. It's definitely hip-hop.
Yes.
Sometimes I question how much really Christian hip-hop it is. It's definitely Christian, Jesus-centered. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. But I touch on a lot of real life issues. Yes. And every track is not Jesus all the way through. It's a divine perspective, so to speak, for lack of better words, on a real life situation that happens every day that we may not talk about. As an example, on my mixtape, it's a fun Jesus mixtape, but I have a track on there, and it's about a minister in a church who goes too far with a young lady. No one wants to talk about that, but the song after that, it gives you the story of how she didn't let that drive her away from God. She used that, and it pushed her closer to God. And so you can get through. If you've been through that, you've been church hurt. Right. Don't leave God. You can come through the other side and be stronger in your faith. And a lot of people, church hurt, you end up leaving God when you walk out of the church. Right. You don't go back to it just kind of happens. Not pointing the blame, but I wanted to show that you can go through those things and you can come out on the other side intact. Yeah. Yes.
Gosh. Yep. As I'm sitting here talking with you, what comes to mind is, every now and then you come across a young person that is wise beyond their years. And I think you're one of those young people that are wise young compared to myself, wise beyond your years. And when we come back on the flip side, I want you to share a bit more about your journey and how you juggle it all, because you mentioned having a son and you mentioned working full time and you're creating your music. So we're going to come back on the flip side. We're going to continue this conversation with Chè Sarai right here on My Journey with Paula G. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
sustains me.
Welcome back to My Journey with Paula G, where we juggle this journey called life while walking in the gifts and talents that God has given us. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're continuing our conversation with Chè Sarai. And she shared a bit of her journey. She's a Christian hip hop artist while working a full-time job in public administration.
Yes.
We're in public administration, and sometimes when we're on a journey and we're seeking a certain profession, as we continue that journey, sometimes we discover that may not necessarily be our lane, and we have to shift lanes and move in another direction, but still working toward utilizing our gifts and working toward utilizing our talents. And she shared that with us a bit earlier, and also shared some insights into her music and how thought-provoking it is, and how she's a bit of a nerd.
Yeah.
But
It's
a cool
okay.
nerd.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So you share with us before your other single, and I want you to share a little bit about Princess with Z.
Yes, Princess Diary.
Princess Diary. Share with us a little bit about
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So the princess comes from Chè Sarai. Chè is from the last three letters of my actual name, Porsche. Sarai means princess or king's daughter.
Oh, I love
So
it.
together, Chè Sarai means Portia, the king's daughter. Princess. So
Yes.
Princess Diary then
Yes.
is, so there you go.
Thought-provoking.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, definitely touched on a lot of deep things. It won 2-time Mixtape of the Year. One time for the DMV Christian Hip Hop Awards. Another for the It's Gorgeous Music Awards in Ohio. Hosted by DJ Noise of Germany. And just
I saw that with Germany. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. He's
So
an awesome
you're
DJ.
in Europe.
So yes.
Wow, that's huge.
Officially.
Officially.
Yeah. It sounds good to say that. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So
that is awesome.
Thank you.
What as you have taken, earlier I said that I felt just from your spirit that you're wise beyond your years. What insights, perspectives, perceptions have you gained thus far on your journey? Maybe some things that have stood out to you, have impacted you.
How much time
Where
do
do
you
you
have?
begin?
Yeah, really. Where do I begin? Oh man, it's really not over until it's over. No matter how dark the tunnel gets, just no matter how bleak the circumstances look, there is always a point of redemption.
Yes.
You can always bounce back. You can always come back. My old pastor used to always, whenever I would go up to the altar for prayer, he'd just look at me and go, "Don't be weary and well doing." I'm like, that's all I get every time. He's since passed, and it stuck with it. It hits me so hard now. Do not get weary and well doing, and you will reap a harvest in due season. If you think not, that means all I have to do is not give up,
Right.
and it's guaranteed you will reap a harvest.
Right.
So I don't have to worry about when's this gonna happen, when's that gonna happen. Just keep doing my part, and absolutely. It's the gestation period.
Have you always thought this way, or was there a point in your life where there was some sort of transformation or transition in your thinking, or?
So I've always been older, beyond my years.
Okay.
Oh, I got that since I was little.
Well, that's
always,
true.
always. But I got to a point in my late teens where I saw myself becoming someone that I knew I was not inside. On the outside, I was doing what everybody was doing, smoking, drinking, just going down a slippery slope. I saw the drugs getting harder. I saw the fun getting more intense, past levels that I was comfortable with. And I was like, I kind of stepped outside of myself and was like, this is not me at all. I don't even
looking at yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, how did I even get this far? And it scared me to death, but I didn't know where to turn. I enrolled in community college. I started reading the dictionary because I was just trying to claw my way back to who I was and I knew I was always smart, I was always intelligent,
Right.
and that was just escaping me, and I was trying to grasp back, you know, like no. And that's when I ended up in a church. Someone invited me to a church. I didn't grow up in church. Invited me to a church. I had gotten pregnant with my son, and soon as I sat and heard the sermon, it just
Came over you.
yeah, it just brought that comfort, that peace. Like, okay, I got you. I got you. I was like, oh, okay, this is it. Yeah.
I love your choice of words. You said you were trying to claw your way.
Yeah.
And I think that's powerful because what I'm hearing is it was such a struggle.
Yeah.
You know, that you really, when you're clawing, that is a struggle.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just trying to claw. I'm
Yeah.
just really trying to get out of this that I'm in.
Yeah, and I was scared, you know, people were, you know, the guy who used to watch my son, he got stabbed up in D.C., you know, somebody was on drugs and shot themselves because they were so high, you know what I mean, and just people overdosing, and I was like, I just got scared. I have family members on drugs, you know, like,
you're seeing
that's
all of
not
this.
me.
Right.
Not at all. Not at all. Not me at all. This is me.
Right.
Yeah.
And it looks good. Looks good. It sounds good. And
Amen.
it definitely is on a God-led journey. So as you continue this journey with your music, you're working full time, you're raising your son, what is it that you are pouring into your son and desire to continue to pour into your son in order for him to grow up to be a productive man?
Yeah. Two things. One is the power of choices. Because no matter who I was, the choices I made me look like I was somebody I wasn't.
Come on now.
You know? And
The
so
choices you wait a minute. The choices that say it again.
no matter who I was,
Right.
the choices that I made it look like I was somebody that I wasn't. Yeah. And so I point to him all the time. We have people in our history, people in our family, in your bloodline. You have mega success. We got NFL. We got a whole bunch of stuff. And you have mega failures. Point those out too. We got drug addicts. We got all that. Which one are you going to be? It is up to you and your decision making.
Right.
The other one is that I want him to know that he is not subject to his circumstances. So what you see in front of you, where we live, you know, Baltimore City, you go to this school, young black man, you know, that does not, it defines you, but it does not define you, who you're going to end up, who you're, you know, like, for instance, all right, I'm going to touch a real deep thought, and then I'm going to let it go. So when if I ask you who you are, right, it's my name is Paula, right? Well, who is my? You know, I'm a black woman. Who is I am? I am black.
I am.
Right?
Yes.
So the essence of who you are is the I am.
Yes.
That is that God complex,
I got
the
you.
I am.
I got you.
Right? So that is who you are.
Yes.
So, yes, be the black man, be from Baltimore, but you are something much greater, much deeper than that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have to define your I am. I often use that at the end of my radio show, you know, when I ask the audience, you know, what is your I am?
Yeah.
What are you speaking to yourself?
Yeah.
What is your I? And that is, like you said, it is so two small words.
Yeah.
You know, so very incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So is your son rapping?
No, he does not have the gift of rap. He took my height. That was it. He's not. He has an ear for music, not rapping. I was also a ball player. He don't have the skill of basketball. Nope. Yeah.
He's got some other gifts.
Yeah. He gonna try to be his own person
There
and
you
stuff.
go.
I know what's wrong with him.
He's gonna be his own I am.
I know. There's some nerve.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that is beautiful. What do you see for yourself in the future? Going forward.
You know, I have my own desires, but so far my life it hasn't been according to my plan,
right?
But it has been greater than I expected.
Yeah.
So definitely more music, getting into writing books, just intellectual property. There we go. There we go.
Intellectual property.
Intellectual property.
Now, how can the audience reach out and stay connected?
You can actually just Google Chè Sarai Music. CHE music. Hold on, I'm sorry. Sarai. I spelled Chè Music. CHESARAI Music. That's CHESARAI Music. You'll see social media, website, all that good stuff. Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all for joining us as well. And remember, life is all about choices. And when you make a choice, you automatically inherit the consequence of the choice, be it positive or negative, known or unknown. And remember, the greatest conversation you will ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears.
Amen.
What are you speaking to yourself? Is God a part of that conversation? And are you listening to his still, small voice? Until next time, embrace the journey.
Greetings and thank you for tuning in to My Journey with Paula G. We'd like to thank our underwriters, the Good Actors Studio of Marietta, Georgia, my coffee shop at East Lake, Pastor's Time International Bible College, Augusta, Georgia, with Dr. Paul and Marcia Kelly, Creekside Dental Incorporated of Douglasville, Georgia, Lusu Designs with Brandon Sampson of Maryland, Survival Radio Network and Clicks Photography by Clark Garrison, and Positive Power XXI Christian Media and Radio Network with Journey Was Live worldwide. We hope you enjoyed this presentation and tune in again. Embrace the journey with Paula G.